my name's Bree and I'm going to be taking you through your stretching. So we have just introduced just a few little stretches. Today we might just be dabbling a little bit more into your upper body strength and a little bit more of your core strength as well, just to tie in with all the activities you've been doing so far in your challenge. So where we're going to start, you might want your blanket just as a little bit of padding under your knees. Your toes are going to be tucked up like this. And we're just going to sit back onto our heels. Throughout this one, if you need to release from this stretch, that is no problem. You will just get a nice deep stretch into the bottom of your feet, into your arches. So it might start to feel a little uncomfortable, but we're just going to settle in this as much as we can and go through the pain together. So just working with that inhaling and exhaling through your nose, just to take your mind off what's happening at your feet. With this one, we're going to bring our hands up above our head, a nice big stretch overhead as we inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to come down, interlace those fingers, and we're going to press them forward as we round through and separate our shoulder blades behind our back. Holding there just for a nice moment and inhaling back, interlace those hands behind you, and you're just going to reach and extend those hands just like this behind you, opening up through your chest and just a little stretch out through your wrists as well. Excellent. Release that one. We're just going to do it one more time, inhaling up and exhaling, coming back down. Interlace those fingers as you exhale to push those palms away from you, rolling through your shoulder blades. Your feet should start to be burning by now. I know mine are. And releasing, interlace those fingers behind, extending them long, opening up through that chest. Gaze might be up towards the ceiling. Great work. And exhale to release. From here, just tap your toes out, wake them up a little bit. They definitely start to burn. Great work. Thank you for pushing through with me. All right, we're just going to find that tabletop position, and we're going to send our right leg long and then just lift it into the air. If this feels stable for you, place the weight into your right arm and extend your left leg long. Should feel a nice squeeze into your right glute and extending long. Feel that engagement in our core to keep us stable. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Last little hold, lift that leg a little higher and exhale to release down back to your mat. Great work. Send your left leg long, lifting it when you're ready, squeezing that glute, placing that weight into your left arm and extend that right leg long. Excellent work. Working with that breath, reaching that little bit further away. Lift that left glute just a little bit higher and exhaling back to the mat. Great job. In our tabletop position, just going to make some circles, sending your shoulders just over your wrists. Both directions, a few one way, and then swapping directions the other way. Only going as far as it feels okay for you. Don't send those shoulders too far over if it's not causing, if it's causing a bit of uncomfortness. Great work. Bring your hands out just a little bit further. Tuck your toes, and we're going to send those hips up towards the ceiling. Keep that bend in your knees if you can, and then we're going to just straighten one leg and then the other. I want you to keep the weight evenly into both palms as you walk the dog. Trying to send those hips up as far as you can. You may not get those heels to touch, that's okay. Keep the bend in your knees as much as you need to. trying to send that chest towards our thighs. Just spending a little bit of time here. If we're shaking a little bit into those shoulders, just try and breathe through it. Take a rest if you need to. Excellent work. And coming down onto your knees, send those knees as wide as your mat, come into your child's pose. Just take 3 restful breaths. And when you're ready, we're going to find that blanket again. Ensure you're near a wall. If you need to, pad that knee. Going to come up onto the wall. Right foot is on the wall. Your right knee is using the pad. If this is too much for you, you can come down away from the wall and making the back leg nice and straight, and we're looking to push that glute forward. If you feel comfortable, coming up onto that wall, use a pole if you need to for stability. Again, we're squeezing that glute forward, pushing that hip forward to get a nice hip flexor stretch. So you're just going to sit here for a little bit, breathing through it. If you'd like to hold it longer than what we are, that's fine. You can just pause the video and keep going. So working with tilting that hip just a little bit more, the more you tilt that forward, the better you'll feel that hip flexor stretch. Last breath here. And coming out of that, taking any movement that you need to before you swap legs. Left knee is now padded. And that knee can be as far forward as you need to. It doesn't need to be directly underneath there. Sitting up nice and tall, squeezing that hip forward to get that nice hip flexor stretch. Trying to keep your torso upright as well, using anything on either side of you if you need a little bit more stability. Great work. Last breath, inhaling in and exhaling, finding that wall. You're going to come onto your back and our legs are just going to go straight up the wall. So try to get your glutes as close to the wall as you can. Bring yourself down and make sure your back is nice and flat on the floor. And when you're ready, just going to bring your heels out a little bit wider. If this feels okay for you, just taking a few moments here. If you'd like to go a little bit further, just bringing those heels down for a deeper stretch. Staying within your limits, ensuring your back is nice and flat to the ground. Feeling a nice stretch on those inner thighs. You can point or flex your feet to change up that stretch. A nice hip opener and a nice stretch for those inner thighs. Nice big inhale. And as you exhale, see if you can sink a little bit deeper into that stretch. Excellent work. Bringing those legs up, using your hands to draw them back up. Just going to shuffle yourself a little bit further away from the wall. So your feet are in a 90-degree angle. Going to cross your right foot over your left knee. Using your right hand as that lever, you can push on that knee just to create a little bit more tension, a little bit more stretch into your right glute. Holding that there just for a few breaths. Great work. Release that foot back to the wall, swapping over left foot over your right knee, using that left hand as your lever to push into that left knee. Great work. Last breath here. And releasing. Going to find ourselves into a seated position, legs are long. So just bringing up your right foot into your groin. Going to sit nice and tall. This is where you can grab your strap if you'd like to. So looping it around your foot. Nice big inhale and exhale just to reach forward. Trying not to hunch your back over. Sitting up nice and tall. Little bend in that knee if you need to. Just stretching over that left foot. Working again with your breath as you take an inhale, sit up nice and tall, and exhale. See if you can come down a little bit deeper. Excellent work. Releasing that band and swapping those legs over. Setting yourself up nice and tall. Loop that bend around if you'd like to. Inhale, set tall, and exhale, reaching over as far as you can. Keep that micro bend in that knee. Doing great, and we're almost at the end. Last big inhale, reach tall, and exhale, folding over. Reach a little bit deeper if you can. Excellent work, everyone. Exhaling out of that gently. Place your strap to the side. Finding yourself down onto your mat, rolling down. Hugging those knees into your chest. Just a little slide, side to side rock. Massaging that spine and sending your left leg long, hug that right knee in. Going for a little twist here, this time with our arms. Letting that right knee fall over. We're just going to keep a right angle with those arms, called cactus arms, as we stretch over, keeping both shoulders on the ground. You can still hold on to that knee if you like, and then keep one hand in that cactus, or you can keep both. And exhale to come back through center. Little hug of that left knee into your chest, and crossing that over to your right side, and cactus arms with that twist. Last breath here. Through center, send that leg long. Coming up for your full body stretch, point the toes. And exhaling to release. Arms by your side, feet are out. And 5 breaths just to settle after your stretches. And when you're ready, coming out of that and sitting up. Thank you so much.